Well, hello, 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 everybody. How you guys doing today? What's going on? How's your week been so far? It is time for Wild Wednesday. We're going to get into some Dagon, which is Lovecraftian horror, so cosmic horror and all the spoopiness and all that good stuff. Jamie-sama, welcome in. Glad you're doing okies. Yes, welcome in. Welcome to the chat. We're going to be doing Dagon, which is Lovecraftian horror. And then depending on how far we get into that, we may do it. We're going to do at least an hour of Dagon before we switch over and do the Battlefield 2042 beta. I pre-ordered my copy of the gold edition today as my birthday present to myself. That's later in the month, but I wanted access to the beta. So I want to be able to play that for a few days and be able to really be ready for when the game comes out in November. That's really the only shooter that I really, really like. Not a COD player, never really have been. I like the more like attack and defend aspect of Battlefield. Okay, so oh, sick! It already puts Dagon in borderless windowed. Awesome. So all I have to do here. Oh, there it goes. Hang on. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Right away. Oof, that's a little loud. I'm going to turn that down just a smidge. Just a skosh. Just a skosh. All right. Let's check options real quick. Resolution is good. Full screen, VSync, motion blur. Get that shit out of here. Oh, that's still really loud. Camera sensitivity, voiceover, sounds. Okay. That looks good for now. Let's see how we are when we get into the game, yeah? I think that'll be good. If it's still too loud, I'll turn it down a little bit. I have a feeling that, like any other horror game, this game is going to be very loud at very certain points and then extremely quiet. So I don't want to sit here and adjust every like 5 minutes or so. All right. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work, focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot. So this is a one and done. You are supposed to follow the same path as what happens in the short story Dagon by H.P. Lovecraft. So there's not going to be any kind, what I'm assuming is there's not going to be any kind of like, oh, well, just go off the path and you can find collectibles and things like that. No, this is all about the story.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Sick, and voice acted too. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author, who was a shitbag in a whole lot of regards, but still wrote a crap ton of amazing stories. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the Elder Sign. So we're looking for something that looks like a tree branch. Yeah, because even just this background music right now is super duper loud. Wow. Okay. I'm going to back that down just a tiny bit more. You can also access all the found facts later. They will be available in the main menu. Okay.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable.
Oh.
I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
Oh, that fantastic. From a me window. Okay.
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
Yeah, this is... Oh, my goodness. How's the sound balance for you guys, chat? Is it good or is it still really loud? Because if it's good for you, I may turn it down on my end myself. Thank you, Jamie-sama. I appreciate that.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Sick. There's like blood or something like smeared around. Either that's blood or ink. One of the two. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Morphine entered into use in the 19th century and was routinely administered to treat severe pain during the American Civil War and World War I. It was also sold without restrictions until 1914. Morphine became more popular after the invention of the hypodermic syringe around 1854. Friedrich Sertner, who first isolated the substance, originally named it morphium, after Morpheus, the Greek god associated with dreams. At the time when Dagon was published, morphine abuse, known as soldier's disease, already posed a big problem in the United States.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Okay. How do I... Oh, I don't... Do I actually, like, not move? Really? Huh. Isaiah, welcome in. How you doing?
Then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Later degradation, meaning as far as World War I goes, this is where like the Geneva Convention came into account and making sure to ban things like biological weapons such as mustard gas and that kind of thing.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
This is really pretty. The textures are pretty nice, actually. Maybe not that crane so much. That's kind of, yeah. But the water effects actually look really fantastic. All right, Kisisto. The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. During World War I, the British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on the 27th of July 1900 before they embarked to China. Should you encounter the enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter will be given. Prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hands is forfeited, just as 1,000 years ago the Huns under their king Attila made a name for themselves, one that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. May the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look cross-eyed at a German. Ugh. That's gross. Oh, you played it recently? Nice. I'm glad that you liked it. About how long did it take you to go through it, Isaiah? If you don't mind me asking. The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the laws and customs of war adopted during the First Hague Convention of 1899.
So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Sick. Water and provisions. Anything else? Yeah? 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 No.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
Under an hour. That's not bad. Well, considering this is a pretty literal adaptation of Dagon, that's not surprising. It's a pretty short story, but it's, especially if we're giving visuals to it, it's pretty impactful. And let's see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Stars? Stars?
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Then why try and escape, dude? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh. That's the moon. Any funky stars glowing or anything? Dude, you would bake in a rowboat like that, just sitting under the sun all day.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun,
Called it.
waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's getting all dirty. Huh. Things are getting... It does... What? There's a reflection of the sun, but no actual sun. That's weird.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no. That's why, like, I've studied World War I and World War II history a lot, which is why I'm like, oh, well, yeah, of course they were called brutal. But that's because they were the first ones to really, like, the Germans were the first ones to really use, like, chemical warfare. And how, like, the Geneva Convention came about and that kind of thing. And the sun's so bright.
The change happened whilst I slept.
Ooh.
Its details I shall never know.
Okay. I hear gurgle beats. I hear heartbeats.
For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Ooh. Oh, God. Oh. What? It... Oh. 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 They almost look like Nautilus. And I'm not in my boat anymore. I'm pretty sure that, like, the insanity and you have to deal with, like, cabin fever and things like that. But then you're also just, like, sitting there and baking in the sun all day from sun up to sundown with no cover. Unless you have, like, a coat that you hide under or something like that. But even then, you're literally in the space that's smaller than a bed. and you're stuck there. And then you have to... Don't drink the seawater, boy! Yeah, pretty much. That's even more compounded. You have supplies and things like that, but you don't have toilet paper. Ugh. So you're either having to dip in the ocean and hang onto your boat and wash yourself, but then you're coated in seawater constantly, or it's getting funky quick.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see.
Whoa.
And in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
These things are gross.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
Yeah, I'd be horrified too, dude. Honestly. If I woke up on like a funky planet that had a giant nautili and just like reaching for the sky, I'd be flipping the shit out.
For there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Ooh.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
It's like I'm on a it's like an upside down squid octopi.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
Oh, God. The writing is just so fantastic. Even over 100 years later. Some of it has to be updated to account for old English, but it's absolutely fantastic.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Okay, I'm not moving. There's that. Oh, look at you. There's an Ammonite. There's a Pokemon. Give me a Pokeball. Oh. That sound is awful.
Into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Right? I need to catch it. Look, there's even one right over here too. There's a tiny one. That means I can evolve it into an Amistar. Oof. Ew. And it grows.
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
Fish? Giant fish.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
My dude. Just looking around, I'm not digging that, especially with this giant hump over here in the distance that's breathing and squelching. Let's see. Kissy still. So there's that. Is there hidden stuff to find? I can't remember what those things are called. They're ancient as well. Ugh. Just walking around in this and smelling it would be so bad. Isaiah, oh. Bleh.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens.
And there's still tentacles, like, feeling around. Like, you can see them as the sun changes. Yep, yep, there they go.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time.
Probably not. Ugh. Gross.
That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
There's still tentacles coming over the side of this ship. How were... of course you didn't sleep a bunch. You just had wet tentacles slapping against the other side of the boat. Huh. It's like the sun barely set, but it's still dark. And then you have the moon over here. There's that. Yeah. Anything? Okay.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Third morning. At what point of desperation do you try to kill one of those things for food? I think you'd have to be pretty desperate. I'm assuming if you had to go, if there was like an order that you had to go to first, you would try the fish first. And make sure that they don't stink. But then if they're all decaying and you're having issues with that, then you move on to the live stuff.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Highest point? Highest point. Set out for the highest point. That's a giant... That's like a funky giant squid. Ugh. Those sounds are off.
All day
Ooh.
I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Yes. Ew. Now things are getting more alien. Okay. Anything else? Alright, let's keep making funky sounds. Ugh. Oh, it's a whale. Carve out the blubber. You can dry it out. And watch out for the funky spider things. Are you precious, Isaiah? I got that as soon as you posted it. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Ooh. This is much bigger. These things are much bigger. Eh? The horrors of the ocean. The creator of the Cthulhu mythos and the fictional underwater city of Rayla was convinced that life could not exist at the bottom of the ocean because the water pressure would make it uninhabitable. uninhabitable. Today we know that the darkest depths of the ocean are home to many peculiar organisms. The deepest dwelling fish we have discovered so far, the Mariana snailfish, can live about 8,000 meters or more than 26,000 feet below the ocean surface in never-ending darkness and at hellishly crushing pressures, hundreds of times stronger than those found at sea level. Upon glancing at the modern photos of deep-sea creatures such as the anglerfish, the fangtooth, or the viperfish, and their truly Lovecraftian characteristics, it's hard not to find some irony in this. Yeah, no, pressure's got you. Some of those fish that live down there have like the equivalent. What would be the equivalent of having like an entire like giant skyscraper on top of them 24/7, and they're just like swimming around and just chilling, living their best life in the bottom of the ocean. There's even sharks down there that sometimes don't eat for years. They wait for whale carcasses to die, decompose, and fall all the way down to the bottom, and then eat.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Is it time to get even spoopier? Is it spoopy time? Spoopy time. Isaiah, yeah, no, giant squids are freaking terrifying. There's also colossal squid as well. Colossal squid, if I remember right, the colossal squid has the largest eye that has ever been produced in an animal. It's like the size of a freaking volleyball. It's huge. But they mostly get eaten by sperm whales, so it's fine.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
What? What's that glowing thing? It only appears when I look away.
Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
And don't feel bad, Isaiah. I'm terrified of the ocean and deep water. So, no judgment here.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night.
Lovecraftian horror.
But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Wait, where's the mountain?
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again.
What?
And in the glow of the moon I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
Oh.
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset.
So it made it look bigger.
Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Anything? Anything else? Anything? You're letting me look around here. You got anything for me? Nope. Alright.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
Sick.
Whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine.
Let me look. Let me look.
I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Sick.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
So Virgil and Homer and all that good stuff. The multiple layers of hell.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
I absolutely love Paradise Lost. It's so much fun to read. And Aroven with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, raiders. How you guys doing? Welcome in. We're playing some spoopiness. We're playing Dagon, which is based on a Lovecraftian short story. But what I was saying, Paradise Lost, I love how much it, especially in modern times, has been adapted for so many different types of stories, and the things that it's done for modern fiction as a whole. All right, let's see. There's that. That's it.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent.
It's almost like I'm on a mountain of madness. Yip. Saying, yip, yip, yip.
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Ooh, declivity. Nice word usage. Anytime I hear yip, I'm going to think of The Last Airbender, and I'm just going to go yip, yip. All right. And so there's that. Anything else? Nope.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
The voice acting in this is absolutely fantastic, and I do love the sound so far. It's very nicely done. And for the raiders that missed it earlier, the water effects were actually very, very well and surprisingly done. Sian, you haven't watched Attila? Heresy. It should still be on Netflix. I would highly recommend it if you have the chance.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
Araven confirmed. It is. I highly recommend it. Book 1 of Attila is very, fillery, but books 2 and 3, it really picks up.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Okay.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
There's the moon. I did not see the arrival of the book, Araven. I am sorry about that. I think I had dipped out right before you got that. You need to post a pic in the roleplay so I can see it. I would very much appreciate that. All right, so we got that. Anything else? Any lore? I like lore. Ooh. Lore. All right, let's keep it going.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
Ooh, SG-1 RPG. I think that would be pretty freaking fun.
but I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Ooh. Anything? Anything? Okay.
For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
Ooh. Monoliths, you say?
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Okay. There's that. Okay. Ugh. That crunching sound of walking is gross. Where'd the water come from?
Near the zenith shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
Oh, there's writing on it now.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope.
Ooh. It's non-Euclidean. Sick. All right, I'll have to check it out here in just a minute, Arvin. But thank you. I can go back to it, which is nice.
Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
God damn. This game is either really loud or really quiet.
The writing was in a system of
Oh, hey.
hieroglyphs unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
I recognize that right there, right in the middle. I know what that is. And then we have shorts. That looks like Cthulhu in the middle.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world.
Yeah, there's even a lionfish in there, but you've got the weird like nautili and things like that.
But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
That one up there. This one. This one. Bong! Dagon contains many themes and storytelling methods that Lovecraft developed in his later works, such as telling the story through carvings at the Mountains of Madness, the Nameless City, journals and character notes, The Shadow Out of Time, The Haunter of the Dark, Islands Emerging from the Ocean, The Call of Cthulhu, or fictional beings and deities based on real events and mythologies, Migo in The Whispers in Darkness. It's also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Some of Lovecraft's other stories also conclude in a manner similar to Dagon, but let's skip the details in order not to spoil the ending. So if you're familiar with Lovecraft, you have a pretty good idea of how this is going to end. I'm just going to say that. Dagon was one of his first short stories ever published.
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men.
I gotta go check on the kid real quick. I will be right back, chat. Give me like 30 seconds. Told you I'd be right back, chat. Alright, here we go. Right back to it.
Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well.
Thank you for the welcome back, Jamie-sama. I appreciate it.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail.
You heard Grinches instead of creatures. Oh no, you have to worry about those Lovecraftian Grinches.
For the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
This is where you start to go really crazy, isn't it?
They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall.
Oh. Like long hair. Oh no.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their seeming background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Oh jeez.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe.
Or, if you think back on those giant freaking tentacles that we almost slept by, like just a couple scenes ago, that might be pretty true.
Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
Alright, what else you got? Nope, nothing. Alright.
awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist. I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me.
The moon. Moon.
Then, suddenly, I saw it.
What'd you see? Can you see still?
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Oh. It's been a hell of a long time since I've read Dagon. Oh, fuck.
It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds.
Oh, fuck. I'm going nuts, yo.
I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
Oh, God. I'm all wavy and stupid. My motion... oh, God, my motion blur is set too high.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Isaiah, I'm fucking running!
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat.
If this is too loud, chat, let me know.
At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
Boom. The boat ain't gonna do shit for us right now. Dead fish.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital.
Okay. Oh, I'm like laying down.
Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
Thither. Ooh. I love the fact that they've updated the word usage, but still kept it very very antiquated. Especially using words like thither.
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
Oh, yay, I'm crazy.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Alright. Kisi still. Lovecraft was a prominent figure in the world of amateur journalism. In 1915, he started publishing his own journal called The Conservative, which included political and social commentary, poetry, short stories, and literary criticism written by him and other authors. Howard was a skilled wordsmith, but he also took criticisms to heart, which resulted in his decision to step away from writing poetry and concentrate on weird fiction again. For the first time since his teenage years, Dagon, published in 1917, is one of the short stories written during that period. It's literally the start of the, cosmic horror and Cthulhu mythos. In this example excerpt from The Conservative, the master of horror fiction explains his attitude towards warfare and the idea of world peace. With any sane human being, why can't I read right now? What the hell? Why any sane human being can believe in the possibility of universal peace is more than the conservative can fathom. Should the entire civilized world agree simultaneously to disarm, one or more nations would undoubtedly retain secret armaments and at the proper time take advantage of their more altruistic and less astute contemporaries in a wild career of conquest against unarmed victims. No country is or ever can be above warfare until the basic impulses of the human animal shall have miraculously changed. So, basically saying that we're a bunch of shitbags and we're always going to wage war on each other. And even if we say we're not going to, we're still going to anyway. And we're going to find a way to do it anyway. And this was over 100 years ago. Wait, I don't have legs. I'm a ghost. I'm covered in gingham.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Exactly, Isaiah. War never changes. I don't have the deep voice of Ron Perlman, so I can't satisfy that. Yeah, Dagon. Dagon was the main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for grain. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquests. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an Assyrian poem and an underworld prison warder in one of the Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as in Hebrew the word dag means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's works, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the oceans. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. So, pretty much, if I remember right, Dagon is brought back up for stories relating to Innsmouth and like the half-fish people. And that he's their main god. And they're supposed to be like the funky half-fish people. What was it? Was it the Shadows of Innsmouth? I can't remember the exact title. You know what? Let's find out. I'm looking up. Oh, God. Is Dagon a Cthulhu? Oh, God. Shadow over Innsmouth. That's it. Thank you, Cyan. I appreciate it. I was close. 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 But Innsmouth is pretty the main location of the story. I was just wrong with the title. Okay. There we go.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Oh, boo. He was sane. Oh. August Derleth and the Cthulhu Mythos. August Derleth was an American writer and anthologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works through his company, Arkham House. Although he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's works after his death, he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of his most questionable decisions involved introducing the good versus evil doctrine, Derleth versus a devout Catholic, to the Cthulhu mythos, which contrasted with Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misrepresented in today's culture. It is also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. We pretty much like the Hang King, that kind of stuff. The Color Out of Space, even though that's all like the Hang King wasn't written by Lovecraft, but there's been a bunch of people that have taken those works and went running with it. All right. Like, there's a lot of good examples of Lovecraft style horror in the SCP universe. Stuff based on the Hang King. You've got Daleport. You've got a whole bunch of Lovecraft style stuff in the SCP universe. And a good chunk of it is absolutely fantastic. Am I supposed to...
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
Sick. Ghost orbs. Ghost orbs. Gotta write that down in the journal.
I tried morphine.
Mm-hmm.
But the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave.
Transient surcease. I love that.
So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Okay. Am I gonna get super duper rocked before I throw myself out through a window? Oh. Lovecraft hated tobacco, even though he used to smoke when he was 12 in order to look and feel like an adult. In his correspondence with friend Reinhard Kleiner, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. He also had a very strong opinion about alcohol, as evidenced by his letter to Zelia Brown, dated February 13th, 1928. As for the matter of drinking, I have never tasted intoxicating liquor and never intend to. Having a strong aesthetic disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens the delicate nature, equipsy of the evolved, I'm pretty sure that's how you say equipsy, of the evolved human intellect and imagination. Drinking excited my personal repugnance, hence I don't drink. Let the herd do what they will. I am rather in favor of prohibition. The prohibition of any one antisocial force as well as any other. Source: The Spirit of Revision. Lovecraft's Letters to Zelia Brown. Reed Bishop. H.P. Lovecraft. Sean Brannery and Andrew Lemon. S.T. Joshi. Alright.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man of war.
Yeah, maybe.
This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Uh-huh.
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed.
Sick. And I'm not in the boat.
Worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite.
Oh, shit.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Sick. Oh, look. Oh. The Statue of Liberty is doing this kind of number right here. It reminds me of Aldrich the Deep from Dark Souls, and how he his dreaming was of a everybody else was like dreaming or predicting the land of ash and things like that, and his was of the deep, and his is the only one that brings up water of any kind, and a lot of people like to tie that to Bloodborne.
The end is near.
Jamie-sama, Bloodborne is absolutely Lovecraftian, and I love it for it. I just wish it wasn't a 30 FPS chugathon. It is so hard to get through that game, especially as things progress. Oh, my bed's clean. I can't get out through my door. Alright, the end is near.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Oh, shit, it's moving the door. You know how long I've been trying to get, Jamie-sama, you know how long I've been trying to get a Bloodborne or Demon Souls remake playthrough going? It's been months. I've had my PS5 since the beginning of the year. Where is it? Oh no, we can do Bloodborne. That's fine. I've been trying to orchestrate a Demon Souls playthrough since the beginning of the year on PS5 when I got it. I have literally been sitting on it and waiting because I want to like have us both just deal with each other's bullshit in Demon Souls, and I still haven't found anybody to be able to do it.
It shall not find me.
Alright, time to yeet myself out of the fucking window. Nut. I need a nut button. Ninja Hunter, I am playing, finishing up Dagon, which is Lovecraftian horror. Oh god.
God, that hand.
Oh.
The window. The window.
Eh, 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 eh. Oh, look, it's even like warping it too. It's warping the arrows. That's dope. It's probably because I'm on dope too, but you know. All right, off we go. Isaiah, you were right. Just about an hour. Not bad. Not bad at all. It makes sense, especially for Lovecraft and cosmic horror. It's not supposed to be neat and tidy. It's not supposed to give that, the sense of catharsis. It's not supposed to give you that. It's supposed to make things raw and empty and unanswered. Which is why, like, a certain amount of people cling to that. Like, people like us that love that cosmic horror vibe. Like, people give shit to the Color Out of Space movie with Nick Cage in it, but that is honestly the absolute best Lovecraftian horror movie that they've made to date. It's absolutely phenomenal. Even better than Regenerator. I loved that movie. Even though Cage goes full Cage, he goes full Cage. He does. But it adds to the madness. And I really think it was done phenomenally well. Especially when you're dealing with full Cage is best. It is Jamie Sala. There's only so much you can do when trying to actually... Oh, yeah, no. Like the lighting and things like that. There's only so much you can do with explaining cosmic horror and actually putting it on screen, because it's supposed to be unimaginable horror. It's supposed to be stuff that breaks your brain. So that's very hard to do in film. And you can't really do that because everybody's brain is different, that kind of thing. But this gets pretty darn close. As far as like an actual film adaptation goes, The Color Out of Space is the absolute best Lovecraft adaptation so far. Full stop. And the fact that they got Cheech to be in it too was even better. I love that they got Cheech to be what was quote unquote the shaman from the book, from the story. Because they just updated it and made him a hippie. And it was fantastic. They just made him like a super paranoid hippie, and it worked out. It did the job perfectly, especially to convey it to a more modern setting. It did a really, really good job. Oh, I have Shudder as well. I actually bought the movie I actually bought it after it came out. So I own it now. And every once in a while, like every few months, I'll go back. I'm not allowed to play that movie anymore when my wife's awake because I've played it so many times and she doesn't like it anymore. And I'm like, oops, I'm sorry. I messed up. But then I went and bought the what is it? The Willy's Wonderland. That's the other Nick Cage one, the one that's supposed to be the FNAF spinoff. That one's fantastic too. And the fact that Nick Cage doesn't say a word in that movie is fantastic. Oh yeah, it is one line. It's one line. And that's probably what they paid him for. Because his rate is probably so high that the indie filmmakers that did this, they were only able to pay him for that one word, and that was it. But they did a fantastic job on it. The fact that he didn't say anything, he didn't care, and it was a perfect representation of like FNAF culture. Was great. But I am going to take a break for a minute. It has been about an hour and 20 minutes. I need to make sure that the little one is ready for bed and getting ready for bed. And then I think we're going to switch over to, you know what? I'm going to put it up to a poll. Let me get a poll going. Come on. No. No. Where's my poll settings? Oh, no. It's not here. Okay. Create a new poll. All right, I have started a poll. Chat, we have 3 choices. So let me know what you guys want. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go check on the little one, make sure they're starting to get ready for bed, use the restroom myself, and get everything ready. I'm going to put myself on the intermission screen. I will be right back. Alrighty, chat. I am back. Let me see. What am I playing next? Oh, goodness. More spoop. By a landslide.
Spooky season!
It is Spooptober. So, goodness. It looks like it is more spoopy. Let me get out of that. Let's see. What else we got? People are saying hi, waifu.
Hi!
She says hi. Isaiah, you are perfectly fine. Go ahead and lurk. Go grab your foodses. We'll be here. We'll be here for a little while longer. Yes, dear. All right. The camera's not on. Yes, you can touch my face all you want. She's touching my face. All right. So we've got a few options up. I'm pretty sure the people here haven't watched me play through Transference. That was literally the first game I played when I started streaming. That one's pretty effing weird. So that's an option. Let's see what else. We have the medium. We have phasmophobia. We have the Watson-Scott test. What if we do the Watson-Scott test? It is very short, but very spooky. What do you guys think about that? Have you guys seen the Watson-Scott test? Should we do that? Ooh, Ninja Hunter and Jamie Sama. Okay, so let's... Ooh, all right. We got 3 so far. That's half of the peeps we got here so far. So, half of the peeps that are responding. So, I think we'll do the Watson-Scott test. This shit's gonna get weird. I only played through it the once. So, let's see what happens when I play through it again. So, let me... Boop. It's going to be looking for something to capture for a second while I pull it up. All right. And then, while it's doing that, Watson Scott personality test. Watson-Scott test. All right, there we go. Let me update the title and everything. All right. I'm assuming you guys can see everything. Let me know when you do. I want to make sure that you guys can see it before I start it. All right. Alrighty. Perfect. All right. So we are playing, it's usually called the Watson-Scott personality test, but people abbreviate it to just the Watson-Scott test. All right. Oh, God. Fuck. Oh. Oh, God. There's a new test. Okay. Should we do the original test first or the new test? We've got two options. Because which one? New one or old one? Why don't we do the old one? Why don't we do the old one first, especially for people that haven't seen this? And then we can go back through and do the new one. That way, everybody that wasn't here for the first time I did this gets that first experience. So let's go ahead and do the original test first. And it's been quite a while since I played this. So, oh God. Okay, the original test first. For each question, select the response which gives the best and most truthful answer. At the end of the examination, you will receive your analysis and a certificate of participation. Yay! I like participation trophies. And I has a cat. Meow. Meow. All right. I'm not going to read this as it types it. I'm going to wait until it's fully done because it takes so long to type it. Please note that typically only 13% of participants are able to complete the test due to the onset of total body paralysis or unanticipated cardiac arrest, resulting in death. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Firstly, some calibration questions. There's 101 minutes in an hour. Duh. That's simple math, yo. 60. I'll answer it as truthfully as possible. If there are 3 oranges and I take away 2, how many are left? 5, infinity, and 1. Are you playing a game right now? Yes. Are you sure it's a game? Oh, God. Yes. Oh. Oh. Calibration complete. Your test will begin now. Okay? Okay. It's raining outside and you're walking in bare feet. You take one step forward and crush a snail between your toes. You feel guilty. I didn't want to smush the snail. Oh, God. You're walking home at night. Suddenly, a deep, booming bark from behind causes you... Oh, fuck. Booming bark from behind causes you to turn around. You see a vicious dog drooling from its frothing mouth. No. You feel... scared. I hate dogs. I hate unknown dogs. I don't mind. Let me clarify. I don't mind dogs. I don't like stranger dogs. I've gotten bit by dogs before. So fuck. Mm-hmm. You're at a farm. You make eye contact with a cow in the field. The farmer says its name is Samuel. It's dinner time and the farmer serves you a plate of ribeye steak. You... Oh my god. Thank the farmer for the meal. Say nothing. Stab the farmer with your knife. Politely request a vegan option. I'm gonna say thank you. I will now show you an image. Please study it. The image will not... Oh, God. Oh, there's a face here. Over in this left-hand side of the screen. Oh, there's something over here, too. Ew. Ew. It looks like octopus suckers. And a weird man. How did that image make you feel? Motivated, afraid, uneasy, violent, nothing. I'm gonna go with uneasy. Do you believe in ghosts? No. No, I don't. Have you ever seen a ghost? No. No, I haven't. Fucking hell. Thinking about the room you're in now, has anyone ever died here? I'm gonna go with unsure, but I'm pretty sure that no one's died in the house that I own. That face is still there. How? Unconventional. Oh, God. Please indicate how strongly you agree or disagree with the following statements. Okay. Oh, God. This is really bad with headphones on because it's right into my ears. Fuck. I sometimes see things that aren't really there. Disagree. I often think about the ghosts inside my house. Disagree. God damn it. I'm going to be cussing a lot. I take pleasure in seeing other people in pain. Strongly disagree. I'm answering this as truthfully as possible. Oh. Oh, what? I often look over my shoulder. I often look over my shoulder to check if someone is standing behind me watching my screen. Disagree. Okay. There's an unexpected guest in my house. Oh, God. Disagree? Nobody would know if nobody would know if I went missing. Strongly disagree. Oh, God. Poetry is the most intelligent form of artistic expression. Holy, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Sure. Correct. Oh, yay! I got it right. Oh, God, what had happened? What would happen if I had said no? Correct. I've designed a new algorithm for generating insightful poetry. Here's one I just wrote. No. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Roses are red. Oh, God. It's in the house chat. Only 41% of participants typically reach this point of the examination. From now on, the questions will be much more intense. Do I wish to continue? Yes. Mm-hmm. They're screaming in the background now. And footsteps. Oh, God. How far away is the closest police station? Oh, God. More than 15-minute walk. Oh, God. How well do you know your neighbors? I'm good friends with a few of them. God, there's footsteps everywhere now. Oh, God. How long can you hold your breath underwater?
No, baby.
I'm gonna go with that. Oh, shit. Because I don't know. If you were being tortured and I said that I would end your suffering by sawing off one of your arms, which arm would you like me to remove? Oof. My left, your left, my right, I'm right behind you. Your right. Oh. You're right. You're probably right-handed. Cyan, yeah, no. If it wasn't playing directly into my ears and being loud as hell, I think it would be... I think it's... I think this might be much scarier in a first-person sense. Like playing yourself. But... when I'm hearing that, it's right in my ears, so it's making me jump. Which arm do you think I'd actually cut off? Oh my god. Left, right, I'm going to die tonight in my own home and there's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, because you guys probably hear those like burr, like that, those quick burrs, but most of you guys aren't watching with headphones. I've got these right over my ears, so I can't hear anything else. So it's a very jolting surprise. Right. Okay. You're alone in a pod at the top of a Ferris wheel, 400 feet in the air, when it suddenly stops. A fire has broken out below. The operator speaks over the intercom. Everyone is going to die a slow and painful death. But if you jump, I will catch you. You contemplate your existence before eventually being consumed slowly in the golden flames. Jump off and fly away. I grow wings. Bang your head against the wall as hard as you can until you become unconscious, leading to death from massive blood loss and blunt force trauma. Jump off and be caught. I believe in people. I will now show you an image. Please study it. The image will not speak. Okay. It's like funky spider legs. How did that image make you feel? Afraid. I'll ask this one more time. Are you playing a game right now? Yes. Ooh, son of a bitch. Do you know that I'm a good person? No. Are you lying to me right now? No. Lying is forbidden. Please select any of the following sports that you have played. Wrestling. Wrestling, jujitsu, mixed martial arts, taekwondo, none of the above. Hey, I've actually done taekwondo. Please select any of the following industries that you have occupational experience with: law enforcement, private security details, secret service, military. Chat, I don't like these questions. None of the above. Do you trust me to do the right thing? I don't know who you are, so I don't trust you. I hope everything's okay, Arvin. Yeah, this game can be a bit taxing. The questions and the sounds and things associated with it can make it a bit difficult. So I understand that. I'm sorry, I should have given more of a warning. I didn't remember what kind of questions were in this, so I should have given much more of a warning. I'm sorry, Arvin. If there are 3 lives... Okay. Fuck. If there are 3 lives and I take away 2, how many lives are left? I'm hoping she's doing okay. If we're, I'm just doing basic math. Your recent answers indicate you're exhibiting a fight or flight response, and may be at risk of an acute stress reaction. I'll need you to breathe slowly and calm down. Press continue when you are calm. Oof. Only when you are calm. Okay. Alright, let's... Alright. Please take a moment to look away from your monitor and observe the nearest exit. Make sure you could run if something were to happen to this. Do this now. Now. Oh. Okay. Did you look away from your screen? Fuck you. Do you? Excellent choice. Do you think I can tell when you look away from your screen? Oh God. Yes, 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 and maybe. Oh. Maybe. Do you feel safe in your house? In your house right now? I wish there was an answer for yes. Because yes, I do. Unsure. Are you having fun? Oh, God. Are we having fun, chat? Sure. Jamie Sama and Sion. Lots of fun. Yay. Let's split the difference and go with unsure. Oh, I didn't even read that. Holy crap. Please ignore any external stimulus. Concentrate only on this screen. There are no unexpected guests in your house. There are no unusual sounds coming from inside your house. Do not take your eyes off the screen. Do you understand? Yep. Yes. Liar. Oh, God. Do you understand? Oh, shit. Don't move or you may die. Oh, God. Singing is relaxing. What? Oh, goodness. All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. Pop. Oh. Oh. It's the Pop Goes the Weasel song. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Pop Goes the Weasel. You too. Pop Goes the Weasel, chat. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Whew. Oh, fuck. Sorry about screaming, chat. Multiple times, I'm sorry. Holy shit. Oh. Whew. Arvin, yeah, I'm good. The last one got you, Isaiah? Or were you expecting the first one? Whew. I had like hindbrain knowledge that the first one was going to happen, but I didn't remember when. So both of them got me. Oh no, I've played tons of horror games too. It's just all about when it hits you. And so I was just sitting there and waiting for it, and every time it was like I said, again, with having the headphones on, it's pumping that sound directly in. And so every time it would be like that, or that like slight garbled change, I'd be like, oh, what's going on? And it kept me on my toes the whole time. And then it just hit me right there at the end. Okay. It is a lot more immersed. And these are, hang on. These are Sennheisers. So they're older, But they have pretty decent sound on them too. So I can hear pretty much all of what's going on. Okay, let's see. I survived the Watson-Scott test. I lasted 28 minutes and 51 seconds. My analysis. Foolish with money. Has a firm handshake. Yes. Respectful of elders. Barking dogs make me feel scared. That first one, foolish with money, not so much. I feel like I'm pretty good with mun-muns. Barking dogs make me feel scared. Yes, they do. They actually do. I am terrified of strange dogs. I am most afraid of what other people think of me, as is everybody else. The main test is complete. There is a bonus test available. Would you like to take it? Oh, fuck. I've never taken the bonus test. I've never taken the bonus test. I slightly remember the main test, but it had been like 8 months since I played it, so it was kind of forgotten in my lizard brain. I've never played this. Let's do it. Let's get spoopy together, chat. It is Spooptober, by the way. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh God, very well. Oh fuck. Yeah. The second test is designed to challenge your fear tolerance. Incorrect answers will be punished. Ignorance will be punished. Oh God. All right. Let's take a Type 5 chat before we dive into this. I need to here, let me put it back here real quick. Come on. I am going to tuck my little one into bed and go use the restroom real quick. So give me about 5 minutes or so. And then we will get back to spoopiness. Sound good? Yeah? So everybody go use the restroom. Fill up your waters. Grab a drink. Go smoke them if you got them. And let's come back in a few here. Yeah? So let's give it a Type 5. Alrighty, chat. Type 5 is done. Type 5 is done. I am back. So now we are doing a second Watson-Scott test that I haven't done before. So let's see how spoopy this gets. I had to explain why I was screaming at my PC because I have my headphones on, so none of this sound is coming out to the rest of the house, and why I was literally going just like bah, 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 and jumping. So, all right, okay. The second test is designed to challenge your fear tolerance. Incorrect answers will be punished. Ignorance will be punished. All right. I must also admit that I have not run this test before. But there may be unexpected malfunctions. Your answers will be used in the development of future tests. Okay. Complete this test as quickly as possible for accurate results. Oh god. And it's already counting down. But do not let that clock concern you. It is nothing to be concerned about. Okay. After the examination, you will have a better sense of purpose and a stronger resolve. I want you to be stronger. Do you want to be stronger? Oh god. Yeah, yeah. Scion, completely up to you. Up to you at this point. But I'm gonna keep going, especially since there's a timer going now. Oh shit, I already missed something. How many bones are there in a newborn baby that I haven't met yet? Oh god. 204? Oh shit. Zero, 1, 1, 2. What's next? 4. Shit. Incorrect. Okay. How many times per year does the average human heart beat if it's not stabbed? I'm gonna go with 13 million. Incorrect again. Oh shit. I am not doing well, chat. One of the most venomous land snakes in Australia, the death adder, bites an adult woman, injecting a highly deadly neurotoxin. How long does the woman have to live? An hour. Son of a bitch. I'm not getting any of these right, chat. I'm just guessing. A man is tied to a chair against his will and a funnel is placed inside his mouth. Pulverized pig intestines are poured in. How much volume does the man's stomach hold before it ruptures? 2 liters. Fuck. Dude. A fear of butterflies is called... I know this one because lepidoptery is the study of butterflies. They're called lepidopterists. A boy with no arms is facing west. He walks forward for 60 seconds and then turns 90 degrees. He sees someone running at him, so he turns 180 degrees and begins to run. So if he's facing west, turns 90 degrees left, north. Yeah. Yes! How do tapeworms enter their hosts? Larvae ingested. It's counting down even faster now. Please choose the third response. This is not a trick. I will not scare you if you do what I say. I am not lying. Okay. Third choice. Okay. I'll do that. What is a positive electrode called? Diode. No. Okay. 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 Which was the best video game released in 2014? Game of the Year 420 Blazed. Crossy Road, Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's go. Aw, was it? Oh, so it was 420 Blazed, wasn't it? Shit. Okay. What is my favorite oh, God. Listen to jazz. Incorrect. Oh, incorrect. They don't apparently like jazz at all. Ow. I hit my knee on my desk. You have set your food down. Was it giving you is it giving you jump scares too, Arvin? Okay. The test is now complete. Your results are very helpful. Your participation was adequate. There are no more tests. We are done here for now. I'm sick of watching. I couldn't read the rest of it. Goodbye. Oh, holy shit. It closed down the game. Wow. It said, I'm sick of watching you, and then completely closed out the game. Like, I didn't do anything with that. And just completely closed it. Oh, okay. Let's see real quick. I'm going to boot it back up. And if I don't know if that extra test is based on just completing the first. So let's see real quick. There is a new test available. Let's see what the new test is. If it's the same as the last one, I'll just Alt F4 it out and we'll be good. I'm not going to go through it again. Oh, no, it's the same test. Quit. I'll be waiting for you to come back and finish what you started. Oh, God. Goodbye. Yep. And then, oh wow, it just completely closes out the game. I didn't even have to click it like like a close screen or anything. It just closed it out on its own. Meow, meow. Yes, yes. I love you, honey. Yes, hi. Oh. Do we want to go a little bit more spoopy, or are peeps winding down for the night? Whew. Holy crap. If I didn't have it playing through headphones, if I had it through speakers, it would be different. Cyan, that's fine. Go ahead and step away. I understand. I do appreciate you hanging out, especially through Dagon and through the Watson Scott test. Ooh, shit, what time is it? Okay. No. I'm actually gonna have to end it here. I have to wake up super early. I still have work in the morning. I have to be an old man. If we want to continue the spoops, I am going to be rating, Garuku Blue Moon. Fantastic streamer. Guy knows what he's doing. So, stick around, hang out, at least just to say hi. Guy knows what he's doing. If you enjoyed what I had going on tonight, be sure to give me a follow. Check out my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Give me a follow here so you can see me when I'm live again. I'm going to be doing more Spooptember stuff. So we have that going on. Tomorrow is going to be a bit more FPS related. I'm going to be doing the Battlefield 2042 beta because I bought the game for myself as a birthday present so I could have access to the beta. So if you want to come check that out, but if not, just follow me on Facebook or Twitch, Twitter, one of those things, and you'll see when I'm going to post about #Spooptober. And then me and Arvin and Nakomi play Phasmo a lot. So we'll probably still be getting down to those shenanigans. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.